great empire you see today, every billionaire who seems untouchable, has one thing in common. They've faced failure, and not just small hiccups, life-altering, career-threatening failures. These are the stories that shape their legacies, the moments that tested their resilience, and the decisions that defined their destinies. Let's start with Elon Musk. In 2008, Musk was facing the fight of his life. SpaceX had already failed 3 rocket launches. Each launch was not just a technical failure. It was a massive financial blow. Musk had poured his last $100 million into the company, risking everything he had. If the next launch failed, SpaceX would go bankrupt, and Musk would lose everything he had worked for. Most people would have given up. After all, losing millions of dollars 3 times in a row can shake anyone's confidence. But Musk wasn't ready to throw in the towel. He believed in his vision of making humanity a multiplanetary species. On September 28, 2008, SpaceX attempted its 4th launch. The pressure was immense. The future of the company, and arguably Musk's career, depended on this one moment. And then it happened. The Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. That single success changed everything. NASA took notice, awarding SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract. It was the lifeline Musk needed, and it propelled SpaceX into becoming a leader in space exploration. Musk didn't just survive failure, he used it as a stepping stone to greatness. The takeaway? Persistence beats odds. When others would give up, Musk turned failure into fuel, proving that the greatest risk lies in giving up too soon. Now, let's talk about Oprah Winfrey. At 23 years old, Oprah's dreams of being on TV seemed over. She had been fired from her first television job, told she was too emotional, too different, and simply not fit for TV. For most people, such a rejection would have been devastating, a signal to move on to something else. But Oprah didn't let that define her. She embraced what others saw as her flaws. Her emotional storytelling, her authenticity, her ability to connect with people on a deeper level. Those were the very qualities that would eventually make her a household name. Oprah's rise wasn't easy. It required years of hard work, perseverance, and faith in herself. But when she finally got her chance with The Oprah Winfrey Show, she turned it into the highest-rated talk show in television history. What's the lesson here? Use rejection as redirection. Oprah's story shows us that sometimes what feels like the end is just a nudge to find the right path. Your unique talents will shine in the right environment. Now moving on to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. While Bezos is now synonymous with innovation and wealth, not all of his ideas have been successful. In 2014, Bezos introduced the Fire Phone, a smartphone that was supposed to rival the iPhone and dominate the market. But the Fire Phone was a complete disaster. Customers didn't like it, sales were abysmal, and Amazon ended up losing $170 million. For many companies, a failure of that magnitude would be a significant setback. But Bezos had a different approach to failure. He didn't dwell on it. Instead, he used it as a learning experience. He pivoted quickly, focusing his attention on Amazon Echo and Alexa. This gamble paid off, establishing Amazon as a leader in smart home technology and artificial intelligence. The takeaway here? Every failure can sow the seeds of future success. The key is to learn from mistakes, adapt, and pivot quickly when things don't go as planned. Let's turn now to Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Unlike Musk or Bezos, Blakely didn't start with millions of dollars. She had just $5,000 in savings and an idea, a revolutionary shapewear product. But bringing her idea to life was anything but easy. Manufacturer after manufacturer turned her down, calling her idea impractical or unnecessary. Blakely could have given up. After all, rejection is discouraging, especially when it happens repeatedly. But instead, she doubled down. She kept pitching her idea until she found someone who believed in her vision. That persistence paid off. Once Spanx hit the market, it quickly became a success. And when Oprah endorsed the product, it skyrocketed in popularity. Sarah Blakely became the youngest self-made billionaire in history. Her story teaches us this: turn rejection into fuel for innovation. If you truly believe in your vision, don't let the opinions of others stop you. Persistence and belief in yourself can take you further than you ever imagined. Finally, let's talk about Walt Disney, the man who created the happiest place on earth. Before Disney built his empire, he experienced failure on an almost unimaginable scale. His first animation studio, Laugh-O-Gram, went bankrupt, leaving him penniless. He was even told by some that he lacked imagination. But Disney didn't give up. On a train ride back from one of his lowest points, he sketched the idea for a character named Mickey Mouse. That idea would change his life and the world forever. Disney's innovation, storytelling, and vision turned his failures into stepping stones, ultimately creating an empire that continues to inspire generations. And what's the takeaway from Disney's story? Failure is a stepping stone to greatness. Resilience and vision can turn even the most challenging setbacks into opportunities. So, what's the common thread in all these stories? It's resilience, the ability to keep going when things look bleak, the courage to embrace failure as a necessary part of the journey, and the vision to see beyond the obstacles. Failure isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Every billionaire we've featured today faced moments of despair, moments when quitting seemed like the easiest option. But they refused to give up. And that's the ultimate lesson. Resilience is the superpower that separates success from failure. Now, here's a question for you. What will you do with your next failure? Will you let it define you, or will you let it fuel you? If you found this video inspiring, hit that like button, subscribe for more success stories, and let us know in the comments. What's the greatest lesson you've learned from failure? Turn failure into fuel. Subscribe to Tycoon.